All right, today we are going to be finding x and y intercepts. This is section 5.2. So the first part of this section has you looking at a graph and finding your intercepts. So if I am finding my x-intercept, I am going to look right here on my x-axis. I'm going to find out where this dot is right here. And then we write our intercept as a coordinate point. So -4 is my x value, 0 is my y coordinate. When I want to find my y-intercept, I'm going to look down here on my y-axis, find the dot. I'm going to read that point. So my y-intercept would be 0, because again, your x value is 0 there, and 1, 2, 3, -3. Okay, let's try one more. On here, finding my x-intercept, again, looking at your x-axis right here. I'm going to read over, here's my point. Coordinate point is written as -2, 0. When I find my y-axis, again, looking on my y-axis, here's y, here's the coordinate point right there. So writing it, my y-intercept would be 0, because again, my x is 0, I haven't moved anywhere, and then I am up at 3. Now, the only difference here that we have left is finding it from an equation. So when I find my x-intercept, just like we saw from the graph, that's when your y value is 0. So if I take this equation, I'd have 3x minus 2, my y value is again 0, equals 12. And what's really nice about this is that goes away then. So really you just have 3x equals 12, so you should get an x equals 4. Please remember, again, written as a coordinate point, so it would be 4, and you plugged in a 0 for your y. When you find your y-intercept, again, that is when your x value is 0. So if I plug this in, I'd have 3 times 0 minus 2y equals 12. 3 times 0 is 0, so that goes away. I'm going to cross it out. So be careful on this one because you're left with a -2y. So you're going to divide both sides by -2. And that's going to give you -6. Written as a coordinate point is 0, -6. 0, -6. All right, let's try that one more time from an equation. So again, when you find your x-intercept, visually on your graph, that means your y value is 0. So I'm going to plug in a 0. So we have -3x plus 5 times that 0 value for y equals 30. 5 times 0 is 0, so this goes away. So I am really just solving -3x is equal to 30. I divide both sides by -3 and I get -10. Written as a coordinate point, -10, 0, because again the y value is 0. When I find my y-intercept, that is when x equals 0. Again, visually you haven't moved anywhere on the x-axis. So if I plug this in, I'd have -3 times 0 plus 5y equals 30. Again, -3 times 0, that's nothing, cross it out. So now I am just solving 5y equals 30. I divide both sides by 5 and I get out a 6. Written as a coordinate point, the x value is 0, the y is 6.